As Uganda continues its occupation of the eastern part of Congo, um, these things happen, and these guys are trying to show that, oh, we are all on the same page, we are working together, blah, 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 blah. But it won't take long until things start to go haywire. That is between the Congolese as well as the Ugandan forces. That is the FADC, the Ugandan forces, the Congolese public, and all this kind of stuff. I've been seeing videos and images on social media where Ugandan troops and the FADC troops, that is the troops from the DRC, reassuring citizens about Uganda's occupation of the Congo. What is fascinating is that if at all you are welcome, if at all your mission is good, do you really need to convince the citizens that we are here for good? You only have to convince people if at all you believe that people have a feeling that you're not here to do any good. Or if at all people have some sort of thought that, you're here, but we don't trust you. So literally, the Congolese army is trying to work with the Ugandan army to convince the natives or the people of these regions that Uganda is here for good. And that doesn't come as a surprise, because last month, I think on the 7th, there is a story that was ran in Radio Okapi, one of the most reputable forces in Congolese media, that showed Ugandan troops entering Congolese territory. This is last month, at the beginning of November. Uganda entered officially in December the 4th, I think, somewhere there, last week. But Radio Okapi ran a story saying that about 100 families from Uliyo village in Mahagi territory are victims of repeated harassment by Ugandan soldiers, illegally settled in this border town between Congo and Uganda. According to the local customary authority, the chief, Wapala John Faustin Nyiripitwa, the Ugandan army has set up one of its bases 2 kilometers from the village of Uliyo and conduct regular patrols in this particular village. This is even before ADF. This is before even these guys make a deal to enter the territory. But the Ugandan troops were already setting up bases in eastern Congo. Right? According to Radio Okapi. On Tuesday, November the 2nd, they arrested 5 young Congolese who were only released on Thursday, November the 4th, after payment of fines ranging up to 160,000 francs. That is $80. Now, I don't want to laugh in these things, but this is 1 month ago. Can you imagine? Okay, I've been warning Congolese, and they have been attacking me, saying that, yeah, you guy, I don't know if it is these my brothers from Congo, or I don't know if it is, because I am the one saying, literally I'm fighting for you, because I don't want my country going out there using our military, invading, colonizing, and occupying people's territories. But here is a UPDF army, last month, the Ugandan army, occupying this village known as Uliyo in Ituri province, carrying out patrols, arresting, and trust me, that is the same thing that we face in Kampala. And I cannot come here to be on the UPDF side, because this is what they do, extortion. So they extorted. They arrested 5 young Congolese and released them. These guys even have prisons. They have set up checkpoints. They arrest, and then you have to pay fines, or they have to extort money of up to $80. So these 5 young people are extorted. So literally, these guys, we are late to the party. They already have extortion rackets that are happening or that are taking place in the Congo. Now, unless if you want to tell me that Radio Okapi is not really reputable. And I think this explains why the FADC forces, as well as the UPDF, are now moving in villages, reassuring people that, look here, we are not going to be extorting you or arresting your young men. We are not going to be beating people up left, right, and center. According to the same source, these Ugandan soldiers say that this village is an integral part of Uganda. This customary chief pleads for the resolution of this conflict of border limits between Uganda and the DRC for the safety of its citizens. The border conflict between Uganda and the DRC in Mahagi territory has been going on for about a year, said Warapara chief Jean-Faustin Nyiripitwa. However, he adds this conflict has intensified in recent days, with the intensification of threats from the Ugandan military against the populations of Urio, which is home to more than 100,000 families. Faustin Nyiripita indicates that this situation prevents the population from moving around and going about their businesses freely. Does that sound like ADF? The customary chief says that the situation prevents the population from moving around and going about their business freely. Like within Congolese territory. I'm not talking about Ugandan territory. This is Congolese territory. The Ugandans are caught. The Ugandans are coming and they are arresting Congolese. They say, this is 1 month ago, they say that this part of the country belongs to them. There is confusion regarding the border limits between Congo and Uganda. At any time, they arrest Congolese. We reported to the Congolese authorities. We are just waiting for the demarcation team. Good luck. Because what is happening is there is no demarcation team that is coming. We are already in the eastern part of the Congo. And trust me, you're going to see the balkanization of the Congo. You're going to see the split up of Congo. With the way things are going, these guys are looking to split it up. And it's going to happen. And what you'll hear is that people in Eastern Congo should now hold a referendum. Should they be part of Uganda, become independent, or should they stay on Congo proper? Now, what is going to happen is this. Like you saw in South Sudan, what they did, in order to tap into the oil in South Sudan. It is coming to the Congo, trust me. The provincial deputies elected from the territory of Mahagi, for their part, condemned the violation of the border limits by Uganda. They say they are carrying out pleas with the Congolese authorities for harmonization with the Ugandan government on the border limits between these two countries. So there you have it. As you see these people doing the so-called media campaign tours, talking to the Congolese, trust me, the Congolese have a lot of mistrust of the UPDF. And trust me, I'm with the Congolese because I, for one, I also do not trust our military. I don't trust our army because it is working for the interest of one individual. That is Museveni. Because if the army was working for the interest of Ugandans, these guys would have come to the parliament and asked for permission from the people who represent us, from the people who represent me, to go and invade or occupy or settle in Congo. Now, if the parliament of Uganda, of which I believe is also fixed by Museveni, whereby the NRM parliamentarians do not have free will, if they accepted it still, I would still question that. But anyway, at least that would have showed like, okay, yeah, we are trying to show that some bit of, engaging everyone. But here is a UPDF army carrying out extortion rackets in Ituri province, in Mahagi area, and they are extorting young men, arresting them. The chiefs there are saying that the place is now, you cannot move up and down because they are fearing, they are afraid. This is really interesting. And trust me, it is coming to North Kivu too. It is going to happen soon. So I thought you should know that. And that happened just last month. They are lying to us, everything is good, blah, 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 blah. It won't be long before things start to go south. And when they start to go south, they are going to start keeping quiet. Just when they are quiet, it means it means nothing is going to plan. And the first thing that we saw is they started making excuses. Now, we never anticipated that the roads would be this bad. Really? The tanks are stuck. So we are going to set up a military base. Okay, fine, you set up a military base, but when will that military base leave? It is funny that the Congolese have not asked the very paramount question, when will the Ugandan troops leave? Okay, fine, they are coming, but when do they leave? So this is an occupation force, a settler force for, I mean, we are being imperially colonized. They are not asking when are you leaving. They're like, oh, wipe the ADF out, wipe the ADF out. It's funny. Anyway, I wish all the best to brothers and sisters. Even if you lost your loved ones and every kind of stuff to the ADF, I do understand. And my condolences go out to you. But you should look at the bigger picture. With things like this happening in Mahagi, trust me, that UPDF is not up to good. Let us meet in the next one. This has been The Breakdown. I'm Mayanja. I'm Fazir Mayanja. Please support us on Patreon and support our work. All right. Bye-bye.